Zelenskyy. Ukraine develops own long-range weapons amid Western approval hesitation to deep strike Russia, Euromaidan Press.
Here's a summary of the article.
During a press conference in Kyiv, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy indicated some positive developments in the country's efforts to gain permission for long-range strikes on Russian territory using West-provided weapons. This comes as the US and some other allies allowed Ukraine to strike Russia near the Ukrainian border but not deep into its territory, limiting Ukrainian ability to hit critical Russian infrastructure and airbases used to launch attacks on Ukrainian cities. Zelenskyy noted Ukraine has been developing its own deep strike capabilities, including drones, in response to the delays and will use its own weapons if the allies do not grant full permission. Earlier, he stated that Ukraine needs 128 F-16 fighter jets to effectively counter Russia's daily deployment of 300 aircraft against Ukraine, while Dutch Defense Minister Kajsa Ollongren announced the approval to export 24 F-16 fighters to Ukraine. At the NATO summit, allies committed to delivering 5 new air defense batteries to Ukraine, while the country needs 25 Patriot missile defense systems to protect Ukraine from Russian aerial attacks. U.S. limits Ukraine's strike range to prevent broader conflict, says Pentagon Yermak. Lifting weapon restrictions deep within Russian territory would be a game-changer. No change in U.S. weapon restrictions for Ukraine after Russia's attack on Kyiv Hospital, Kirby says The Telegraph. Hitting military bases inside Russia is fair, say Ukrainian soldiers. You could close this page. A little bit goes a long way. For as little as the cost of 1 cup of coffee a month, you can help build bridges between Ukraine and the rest of the world, plus become a co-creator and vote for topics we should cover next.
This post received a score of 6,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Good. Hope those weapons are very effective at destroying Russian military vehicles, ships, important factories, that bridge that connects Crimea and Russia, and especially military bases.
They really need to hit Russian jets, which have been causing Ukraine the biggest issues due to the glide bombs.
For the first time since 2013, New Jersey residents are being treated to the city's biggest fireworks celebration this July 4th. The 10,000 free tickets Mayor Eric Adams was offering have all been claimed, but a number of venues from the High Line to Hudson Yards are selling fancy $100 plus tickets to their rooftop parties and viewing points. There are still plenty of places to take in the great views for free, no tickets required.
War on the Rocks is an excellent podcast.
A now deleted comment was making fun of me because I was using a podcast as a reference discussing Ukrainian war strategy.
Brian Cox has a podcast. That's like someone making fun of you in our space for referencing his.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Correct. A swarm of inexpensive 3D printed slaughter bots.
And the 3,000 black drones of Zelenskyy will. Wait, wrong sub.
President Volodymyr Zelenskyy said that striking with long-range weapons inside Russia is still an unpopular decision among the allies, and that's why Ukraine is bolstering its own deep strike capabilities.
They, allies, don't just want a full-blown war. But if Ukraine loses, what do you think will happen? Everybody will just be like, okay, cool. And then what happens when Putin resupplies like Germany did after WW1 and then comes back harder? You want to wait for that to happen? Because no one else does, and we have seen and experienced this before. Like in WW2. We need to stop playing Russia's game and do what is needed to win as soon as possible.
I realize why stopping Russia in Ukraine is important. But can I please ask why the news makes it seem like Russia is hugely incompetent, weak, near collapse with its army, economy, population and equipment decimated, but is also a great threat to all of Eastern Europe? How could Russia hope to threaten Europe at any point? They would wage war against entire NATO across entire Eastern Europe, final ND in the north and potentially Turkey in the south? Wouldn't that be suicide for them? Is there something I'm missing? Appreciate any inputs.
For the first time since 2013, New Jersey residents are being treated to the city's biggest fireworks celebration this July 4th. The 10,000 free tickets Mayor Eric Adams was offering have all been claimed, but a number of venues from the High Line to Hudson Yards are selling fancy $100 plus tickets to their rooftop parties and viewing points. There are still plenty of places to take in the great views for free, no tickets required.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to Speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.